Welcome back to TC podcast number 5. We are joined by DizzasTeR. Introduce yourself, DizzasTeR.
Hello, my name is DizzasTeR, and probably some of you guys may have known me. And I'm a mapper and a scripter. And I'm 19 years old, studying in college, computer science.
All right, where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan, and definitely not a terrorist.
The jokes are gonna come in the comments, bro.
Yeah,
They're gonna come. All right.
exactly.
So you're most known about your mapping career, as I think. But in FS, you're mostly known for your developing side. Is that right?
I can't really tell the ratio between if I'm known to many people, but if I had to consider, I think it's a 50-50 ratio if I am to be known by my mapping or by my scripting over FFS. So yeah, I can count that on 50-50.
All right. Can you tell us more about your developing side?
The developing side is actually pretty decent, and it's something which you like to do and then you're doing it. It's pretty nice and enjoyable for you. And I like programming here. It's like what I actually wanted to do. I didn't just waste my potential. And I'm still happy that boss actually gave me a chance rather than just ignoring me. And I'm just here right now today. So yeah, a huge shout out to him. And basically the development is going pretty smooth, pretty nicely. A lot of good things are happening. We are going pretty smoothly, as you may have noticed. And probably you can expect a lot more in the near future.
All right. Do you have any projects you're working on right now for FFS or any other thing?
Yeah, I have a few projects working under my, I'm working on them. A few of them is already on their end, which I can proudly present soon. And one of which is just a small task which I finished today and should be live soon enough. So yeah, I have 3 projects right now which are almost about to end, and probably you guys will just have a look on them pretty soon.
All right. That sounds actually very interesting. Right? Because you have 3 projects that are ending. You have one already that's done, finished, and you're actually gonna show the people.
Yeah, actually, the problem with me is that if the leaders give me a task or something, probably the next hour or the next day it's probably done, and I don't have anything left to do then other than no lifing on FFS.
So you're just a fast walker, and just if I'm getting a task, you're getting it done in one day.
Exactly. I mean, I like to code. I'm a nerd. There's no offense. I'm a nerd. I like to program, and when I have something to program, of course I sit down to it and just do it until it's done. Like, I don't know what's the time. I don't know if I'm hungry. I don't know whatever, but I just concentrate until I finish it, make it work up to some point, and then I move on.
Yeah. That's actually very cool. If you're like a fast worker, and they need people like you in FFS, because FFS is actually the most biggest clan for playing DM and DD and name what you can. And that's actually very interesting to have people like you that are active and actually a fast worker. Yeah. So they have scored a point by you. I can say that. They are lucky that they have you.
I don't know if I can say that, but if you say so, sure.
Yeah, because there were more developers in FFS, but now you're the only one.
Yeah, it's kind of it makes me sometimes wonder that once there were exactly, if I don't remember correctly, 4 or 5 innovators, including me, Alex, or AKA White Warrior, and of course Fonra, after all 14. And now when I look back, I see just myself. Oh yeah, and of course Abudi Rules. He was also one. And
Yes.
now I see myself in the innovators group alone. Kind of like a sad thing, but yeah. I mean, it's like they all left because of some obvious reasons. Not gonna say that they just didn't have to leave and they did wrong, but yeah, everyone has a point to end.
Yes.
But it's kind of like lonely here in the developer group.
So you're just asking, save me from being a lonely. Just apply for it right now.
I don't know.
No.
I mean the phase. I mean the smooth reactions, the way the development is going in FFS right now. I don't think we actually need a developer, and that's probably up to the leaders. If they think they do actually desire another developer, then of course they will announce it. But right now, as my personal opinion and guess, I don't think that the ways things are going nicely and smoothly, we even need another helper. So yeah.
All right. Do you consider yourself as one of the best in scripting of MTA?
That's a pretty weird question, I should say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe there are people a lot more better than me. I mean, everyone has a specialty in some type of field within the main field. Like, for me, there might be some things which I can't code in MTA, maybe. I don't know. I haven't came across any yet. And there are some things which may be too difficult for others, but I can code them easily in MTA. So you can't actually guess if I can rate myself one of the best. I'll leave that up to you, my friend. You know me from a long time,
Yes.
and I guess you can just score me well.
Yeah. Well. And as I have asked you for your projects about developing or maybe some coding and etc. What about your maps? Do you have any projects you're working on with maps?
Well, after the release of Nova Rise, Techo was very excited from the responses he took. Even though we did something normal, nothing too special was in there, but yes, of course, it was his first map, and he needed some motivation to do better. So basically, he asked me if he wants to create another map right on the next day. So I just told him to calm down a little bit and don't rush B like CS:GO.
Yes.
And I just told him to just have a little break. And then, like yesterday, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, he asked me to start a new map, which should be far more better than the previous one we made. So I just said, okay, fine. And then we just started working on it, and we did a lot of work today. Basically spent 2 hours on the decoration, and we did a lot of stuff. Maybe not too, it can't be seen visually, but we just did put a lot of effort. And I have already uploaded the screenshot of it on the gallery. So
Yeah.
basically, I'm going through 2 maps right now. One being the feat with Techo, and the other one is a nice secret.
A secret. Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's very teasing.
The only thing I would like to share about that is that the people I have showed it to, that secret map, too many guys liked it. Too many guys wanted me to finish it and still want me to, and they just enjoyed playing it. They said this is something not done before in MTA. So they kept me motivated even now, and I'm still working on it and finishing it soon before I vanish for my exams.
All right, sounds very, very interesting. So, when did you actually begin mapping then?
Well, back in 2010, when I was a regular SAM player, I had a few friends who told me to create a map for their server in SAMP. So that's when I came across MTA, basically. And I didn't know MTA was it was an online game where servers even exist. I thought it's just a tool used for creating maps.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I just created map. And then one day, one of my friends told me to play MTA DayZ, a mod, a server, a script, or whatever you call it. So that's how I began my gameplay on MTA, and I realized that MTA has way better synchronizations and performance. So I switched here, then I found a few DM servers, started playing, and the rest of the story, usual story.
All right, that's cool. Some from Sump to MTA. That never happened to me. I actually just got into MTA, and that was it. Never
Yeah, I
liked
mean,
Samp.
like I started with the simple, and when I just played DM, I was pretty shit at it, and eventually a friend of mine taught me how to play this game pretty well, and basically I got motivated to make my first map. I didn't even know that tools like any tools or AMT existed, or MRT or whatever. I didn't know these tools existed, so I made everything with hand. Took me like fucking days. I mean, really, placing each shade by hand and doing it all and I had to make a. I mean, can you imagine? I just jumped and then placed a shade and then jumped again, but the shade was not correctly placed because I didn't know about the movement recorders. So it took me a lot of time. It was a pretty shit map, and but I just did it. But yeah, time passes. We have to start from somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I actually started really fucking shit, but okay.
We all start. I mean, I had a lot of bad comments. A lot of bad comments. I was about to cry because I was pretty young, and Exit at that time said that I know your map is not good, but everyone has to start from somewhere. And his positive comment just bursted me up, and I decided to do better. And then I just kept on going, and you know me today.
Well, my
I create
first
retarded maps like Dark Wheels.
Dark Wheels.
Yeah, from the perspective of players.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my first map, I think it was in a vacation with a friend of mine. We were like pumped up to make a map, and like, let's make a map. We can do this, and we were just no living 2 weeks, and we just like mapping straight when we woke up, and just till the night we just fucking doing it, with decorations and everything you can. Well, we did that, and after 2 weeks, we decided to upload on TG because we were young and we liked TG then, because TG was
Yeah.
normal then, and
Yeah.
our map wasn't even accepted once. We were just like fucking heartbroken and just feeling shit, and just feeling not okay for 2 weeks after that shit. So
Oh my god.
yeah, but I decided just to keep mapping. Like it's still fun. It's still
Yeah,
idea
indeed.
breakings.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
gonna.
yeah, of course, we may have done really bad with our first ones, but that doesn't mean that one shouldn't try again.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go on with the podcast, right? Okay. So I've talked about you, how you about your improvement for the past several years, right? Or didn't I?
So the improvements, improvements regarding the mapping or the scripting?
Both. Let's start with mapping.
Okay, for the mapping part, yes, as like I said, the first map was really shit, the second map was really shit, and the third one was a little bit, fair, but not good enough. And then it started with my volume 4, which lasted on TG till today, and it's even on a few servers. And then I decided to make a proper map by spending a lot of time in it and dedication. My initial strike was to create a map in which there are no trees or rocks as decorations. I did start a little bit, if you remember my volume 5 novelty. I did
Yeah.
start it. Yeah, so I just kept my promise to not use the rocks and all the stuff. I just made like a few seconds and then I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna use rocks. And then I just scaled a palm to 10 or 20, make it like a freaking skyscraper out of a palm, and just place it, and just did that deco. And then I was like, what am I doing? I had made a promise with myself. So again, I came back on my track for doing the proper decorations, and by doing little by little, I just did that map. Not so good, not so bad, but yeah, I did it.
All right.
And on each map, I just tried to put more dedication, more work, more time, and eventually started to do better, in my opinion. I don't know what the players think about me, and I don't really mind if they hate me or they like me. But personally, I think on each map, I just spent more time and dedication and improved myself. And that's when some of my maps like Novelty 2 came, and Through the Nature 2, and all these maps, which have a lot of work done. So yeah, I can say after my volume 4, I had a big improvement on me.
Oh, that sounds very cool. And
And
yeah, go ahead.
for the scripting part,
Yeah. Wait.
well,
Wait. One second. Let's wait. I think in 2015, 2016, you have brought a lot of maps. If I
didn't
think
notice.
so.
I didn't notice. I have never actually given attention to that. I don't know if I did that.
I think you did, because in 2015 or 2016, I have seen so much maps from you, DizzasTeR, and then some with some other guys, and I was like, this guy is just mapping straight like Link does right now.
No, I was probably the good old GTATiro back then.
Oh, DizzasTeR, yeah.
Who releases map every week.
Yeah.
I'm not offending him. Okay, he's a great friend of mine. I like to just troll him. Yeah, nothing serious here, but yeah. So yeah, I haven't actually given attention to how many maps I release per year, but but after this, I will surely give a visit and actually now see that what have I actually done. And which year did I release the most maps? Now I'm curious.
All right. And now let's go to the scripting part.
Let's just say that the scripting started something like this. Today, I don't know anything. Tomorrow, I know everything.
And what do you want to say about that?
Simply that I already knew a few languages apart from Lua, which MTA uses, and the thing was, I actually knew Lua. I learned the syntax and everything, but I wasn't able to work on with MTA for some reason. I wasn't understanding the basics of MTA, the event handlers and stuff. I was like, okay, fine, the events are here, the functions are here, but how do I just use them properly and just make them call? But eventually, one day I just decided to sit down and just understand it. Spent a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours, looking at a script, making changes in it, and then I finally understood how actually MTA works with Lua. So once I understood that, I just, I already knew the language, so I just understood the MTA structure, and then I knew everything. Then it was easy for me. That's how I just from nothing to everything, like a big jump.
Just some hardcore learning, just focus.
Yeah, just focus. I mean, like, I already knew the language, but I didn't know how to work with MTA. So when I learned how to work with MTA, I could just make everything, because the functions are there, the callbacks are there, and you just have to code it.
All right. And what are your plans for this year?
Uh, my plans for this year, well, probably next month I'm having exams, my
Mm.
annuals for my college first year, and those mean a lot to me because I have an enemy to deal with, which is known as mathematics,
Ugh.
and no, seriously, and no, like I can pass physics, I can pass everything, but not this mathematics. I mean, people ask me, how can you be a programmer if you don't know math? And I just say it's not necessary for me to know math to do programming. But yeah, a weird fact. But I'm struggling all the time to pass mathematics, and yeah, this time as well. So I hope I will do it. And then basically, this year is a great satisfaction for me after my exams are done, because then it's going to be completely a non-stressful time.
Hmm. So okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, I don't think I have anything more to ask you, right?
Sorry?
I don't think I have anything more to question to you, right? Or like,
Yeah, that's up to you if you want to
yeah.
discuss about anything.
I think we
Just
have.
just don't talk about
Maybe let's go to the FFS side because you have joined it last year, if I think so.
basically on I think 9th of March it was the anniversary of Innovators when Innovators joined. So yeah,
Yeah.
1 year.
All right. How did you feel when you were accepted?
Oh, that was such an amazing time. I mean, I saw no, I saw the topic by boss that FFS needs a developer, and luckily that was just newly that I began to understand the structure of MTA, and then I just saw the topic. So during that time, I was trying to join TG's development team. Don't screw me over on that. And while I was trying, I just read the post, and then I was like, okay, fine, TG doesn't want me. That's cool. I'll just PM boss and see what happens. So without any of intentions of even being replied, I just created a private message, just sent it to boss. Yeah, I know these languages. I can do this, and thank you. The next
Oh.
day, something different happened. I got a reply from boss saying I have added you on Skype and let's chat. I was like, okay, let me slap myself 2 or 3 times to see, just to make sure I'm not dreaming. But yeah, the chat. When I opened Skype, the request was actually real, and I accepted it. He had a nice conversation with me. We introduced each other, and afterwards, he gave me a task to code, and the task was basically the rewind script. I mean, it's a pretty easy job. I mean, really easy job to code that. So he gave me the task. I did it in like 15 minutes. I know it took longer because I was a bit nervous. I don't know why. Yeah, if I had to do anything like that now, I would probably take like 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. But yeah, so I coded that, sent it to him. He said, "Okay, I will discuss this with my fellows," and I said, "All right." And the next day, he messaged me that, "Okay, we have discussed your private message and your coding with the other staff members, and we have decided to extend this offer to an invitation to FFS." I just died right there. I couldn't believe it, for real. Like, okay, is this really happening right now? And I just said, okay, of course, I want to accept your offer. I would like to collaborate with you. That's pretty amazing. And then he said, okay. And then after like 10 or 15 minutes, I saw the innovators group on the forum. and my first thought was that okay, maybe that's for me. And a lot of people on the shout box were just discussing about that group. That oh look, there's a new group on the FFS forum. Who is it for? A new update is coming, and blah 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 leaks. And then the moment came that the innovators got introduced, and that's how my time in FFS started.
All right. So you didn't actually see or look at Skype about, am I added to the group? Did they add you to the group of FFS when they?
No. When he said that he's extending the offer to an invitation, and when I agreed to collaborate, he said, okay, fine. And then I didn't bother messaging and just didn't bother being an annoying shitbag. I just left that there to cool down. And later on, when the topic was released, I was added to the group. And basically, after like a few while, then I was added to the Skype groups as well. But not directly.
All right. Then that's actually it. Yeah, that's actually the end, if I can say so.
Okay, that was a pretty nice chill talking there.
Yeah, actually it is. It was really very cool to actually talk with you. Thank you for this podcast talk.
It was my pleasure. I really enjoyed it because Riser just sucks at recording.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Although you gave me one of your maps to record, but okay.
Oh, that's not. I don't know. Do you really consider that map to be good? Honestly.
The DizzasTeR featuring. DizzasTeR. I think. Which one was it?
Wait, did I give you two maps? Wait.
You gave me two maps.
I gave you two maps. Wait. There was one called Perfect Way, right?
Yeah, and the other one was your solo map.
Unanticipated.
Yes.
So I think Perfect Way is still a little bit fine, but Unanticipated is pure shit.
Well.
Yeah, I think in the favor of that style, I think Legendary is a little bit far more better. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Legendary is better. It is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was pretty amazed by the speed that you edited the video and just uploaded the next day. I was really amazed. You didn't just do something, like worthless. You did a good edit. I liked it.
Yeah.
And you just released it the next day because I needed it quick.
You asked me the same edit like from Bright, and I did like, okay, if you want so, and I just kind of did it like that, right?
Yeah, fine. It was nice, but yeah, I think I just had to do something better with the map because it's not what someone would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just try to do something better next time with Shooks, and yeah. But I can say that the next map with the Techo, which I'm making, which you can see the screenshot of it on the gallery, which I posted. I would like to know about your opinion later. So yeah.
It looks cool. It looks cool. I have seen it already.
Oh.
Yeah, before I called you on Skype and Discord, I've seen on the gallery.
Oh, nice. That's cool. You're a fast ass.
Yes. But yeah.
So. Yeah. So by the way, what's up with TC? How's X30 now?
Oh, he's going really, really hardcore right now. He's excited now. He's working hard on it. Expected to be soon of the release of the beta.
1 to 2 days, right?
Hell yeah, bro. but really,
we're in the 1 to 2 days family.
Yes. We have a really exciting date to announce our beta. We have
it better not be on 1st April.
Oh shit! What up?
Yeah.
The last April joke was with merging with TG last year. And
That was if you ask me honestly, when I first read it, I was like, man, you should have tried harder on your joke.
yeah, but when I was in the K, when I was in considering like to be a TC member, there was one guy who really thought that we were merging with TG, and he just left. He just really left. It was his chance to be gone, and then later, after all, he joined TG.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah. Let's end this one. What do you want to say? Your end sentence for this podcast?
I would like to say a really big thank you for giving me this invitation to your podcast. You're doing a really nice job. And I really enjoy listening to the podcast you make. I've listened to each one of the previous ones completely. And I really enjoy them. You are doing a great job, and just keep it up. I would say that.
Thank you. All right. We'll see you later next week.